It's Talk Funny, a podcast by Mark Bailey and other comics from all over. We came to Japan to see smokers blatantly smoking next to the non-smoking signs on the sidewalk, as if the Japanese signs were written in Greek. The Talk Funny podcast from NagoyaRadio.com and Nagoya Comedy. Here's Mark Bailey.
Welcome back to another edition of Talk Funny. I'm here with Intesar Toufic. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's been a while since you've been here. How are things? And what are you up to now?
Well, with people stuck at home, I'm actually running an intercontinental phone sex network with which to send much needed dollars to my Middle Eastern war-torn home country.
Wow.
So the whole pandemic thing has been just grand. Amazing.
And how did you, no pun intended, come up with that?
Well, the conception of that entailed the August 4th explosion, which really took us all by bad surprise. And I thought, okay, I have to send money to these friends of mine and to the country.
Oh, the huge explosion in Lebanon.
In Lebanon, yes, which I'm not from, but
you're not from, but you know people there.
Yes, I do. And
I know a guy from there, but I forgot his name.
They're very forgettable people, but that event really put Lebanon on the map, I think, for now.
It almost took them off the map. It was a big explosion.
Yes. Thankfully, a truck survived to get the spotlight. So the explosion happened. My friend's houses got damaged. I got gay people who got disowned because parents could only take out their frustration on the ones that they have power over,
right,
instead of the state and militiamen and people like that. In Lebanon, we are known for being trilingual. We speak English, Arabic, and French.
They are known.
They're known.
Yeah.
But Arabs in general are at least bilingual. And
two-faced trilingual, right? Yeah.
Kind of, yes.
I resemble that remark.
So I decided that, let's put our trilingual friends here to good work. And I set them up these accounts on a phone sex site called Night Flirt, which is very fun. Y'all should check it out if you're cooped up at home. We got all kinds of girls, all kinds of guys, all kinds of in-betweeners for the wieners.
Does it have to be filthy when you're doing the...
Oh, we're getting to the filthy stuff, believe me.
No, I mean, when if someone went there, could it be PG rated if they wanted to go to that site, or is it just guaranteed filthy?
No, there's a decent... we have a diversity on the site. You have very innocent and to the very, very filthy.
Right.
So there's something for everyone, really. And something that you thought you might not enjoy, but actually would, so check it out.
Just like normal phone sex, which I've heard about.
Yes. Yeah.
So if I had, not that I've ever used it before, but I wouldn't be surprised if I tried it this time. I wouldn't be surprised anyway, because I've never done that before. But if I had done it before and then I tried this one, it would be still easy to adapt.
It would be much better than you had heard of or expected.
And how do you guys take care of payment? Is it you use PayPal and stuff, or?
That's confidential information, but I handle the expenses of the group as the lead host / patrona of the group. I get the money, I get a modest cut, and I send the money back to the country. And it's a lot of work managing 25 LGBT egos, but I do it, and I do it with an iron mitten.
I thought you were going to say something else. These images in my head.
We have different materials.
You have a steely demeanor.
Hard.
Let me just say that. Yes, steely hard demeanor. The reason I ask is if someone went to that page, they would actually kind of want to know how to pay, right? Give me your credit card number and this kind of thing. It's kind of scary, right?
Yeah, it is scary, but you're not giving it to an individual. You're giving it to a company. It is registered under the Better Business Bureau in the U.S. It's a tax-paying LLC in the States, and there's been no issue that I'm aware of, and I've been on this site for 2 years as an employee, and I've been having clients, regulars this whole time, so I imagine that they haven't had any issues either.
Do you have hetero girls on there too?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, that's the backbone of my livelihood right now is hetero girls. God bless them. I have no use for them in the real world.
They bend over backwards to help.
Kind of, yeah.
I'm hearing all these puns in here. It's just horrible. Okay, you've got some stories.
Oh, I have many stories. So I am responsible for naming. I'm like the creative behind every profile. We have about 60 profiles because you can make... I'm not going to tell you the details, but we have about 60 profiles, and I am responsible for creating the names of these people. So here I am coming up with names for like these phone sex girls, and they have to be kind of Arabic, and they have to be kind of enticing. So I come up with things like Khalifa, or like Enter Jamila, or like Please Elisa, or things like that. And so one of my girls who is posing as Persia Khalifa, she gets a call, and the guy's like, you speak Persian? You speak Persian? And she's like, yes, I am virgin. I am virgin. And she's like, he kept for 10 minutes telling me to speak Persian. What the hell is Persian? I'm like, it's Iranian. It's like right next to you. Just say a word in Arabic and he'll pleasure himself like a gentleman, you know. I have now 25 girls working with me, and I recently managed to employ a legend back home. She's a legend. She is 32. She has huge boobs. She has a huge appendage. She has 5 limbs and 2 big boobs. And she's a legend back home. You know Pokemon? I feel like I caught a Charizard. She's epic. I made her an OnlyFans. It's onlyfans.com/filthyolga. She's in the top 14%. The appendages that she pleasures keep getting blacker and thicker and bigger. So, and she's very successful. So, she's a seasoned pro, right? So when we first started, I was like, okay, Olga, let's call you something like interesting. Like, oh, how about Diva Solange? She was like, Diva Solange? No. Filthy Arab hoe.
I might want to mention we also are planning on doing some live remotes of Talk Funny, and we do kids' birthday parties as well. So if you heard this and you thought that would be nice for us to talk about that that'd be fine.
Fun time.
So you're doing fine during the COVID shutdown.
Oh, I'm doing great. You know, you have to look at the glass half full. I can't go anywhere, not because there's a pandemic, but because there's so much work.
Yeah.
So also, there's a lot of catfishing on the side, which is fine. But there's also a lot of real girls, and my girls usually are real. And so to verify them, they have to upload a picture of themselves with their username and the site's name, which is Night Flirt. And anyway, Olga and I agreed to settle on Filthy Olga. Instead of Diva Solange and Filthy Arab Ho, Filthy Olga, because Olga's the brand name, you know. And she is amazing. She speaks English, French, Arabic, Turkish, Kurdish. This girl can hoe in sign language. She's a diplomat of the underground escorting scene in Lebanon. And so
she's a real polyglot.
She is. And so I told her, I asked her, I'm dealing with like a revered pro, you know, I feel like I signed on Mariah Carey to my record label. And so I'm very delicate with her. And I'm like, Olga, is it fine if I bother you by, you know, just making a verification photo with your profile name and the site's name on a piece of paper? She's like, can I do it nude?
You know, just devil's advocate here, but I'm just surprised that she didn't think of it herself, you know, but maybe she doesn't have the initiative. Olga is clever as a fox, but when it comes to these digital things, she, like most of us, are kind of not in the know. She is very clever. She went to Britain and she married a British guy for £50,000 to get permanent residency there. And now she's back in Lebanon. She can go there anytime. So she's flat broke, but she's not flat. So she's not going to be broke anymore. You can give the website if you want. We're gonna ask you to come back next week. Your website? The website's called nightflirt.com. And if you're looking to speak with the Arabs over there, just search for Arabic, because I make sure that our girls are listed as Arab and Arab speaking and etc. If you speak French, we have French speakers, Spanish speakers, we have Russian speakers, Italian speakers, we have Japanese, konnichiwa, we have a Chinese girl coming up. There's everything for everyone. The website is it like in 9 different languages interface? No, the website is just in English and in Espanol. We're bringing some culture into the website, and by so doing, we're putting the locals in a pickle because we can speak 3 languages and the Arabs are flocking to us. So, you know, business is business. You could actually go to U.S. schools in the States and go, this is why you should learn 2 or 3 languages, actually. Maybe. You never know when the Black Plague shuts you down and you're going to have to start up a porn site. Who knew, right? Also, you thought you were going to be a doctor. Also, it makes us grateful for France mandating the country and cutting up the area, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to speak French to these people. That's right. Merci, France. Merci. We'll see you next week. This is Mark Bailey and Toufic with Talk Funny.